Yo, what's going on? And welcome to some Emberward. Now, Emberward is a game that I've been following for a while, and I finally decided to pick it up because it is currently on sale, and it's on sale for like a week. So it probably still has a few days left when this video comes out. But yeah, I've been following this game for a while. It looked very interesting to me. It is a roguelike tower defense game, and it even has some small deck building aspects. So all of those things I am a big fan of, and I've seen this game played by a few people, so I know that I'm probably going to like it. The reason that I waited so long to pick it up was I just wanted there to be like more content, give them more time to add stuff, and I think it's in a pretty decent spot right now to pick it up, especially with it being on sale. And so yeah, we're gonna give it a try. I haven't done anything yet, so you can see we got a new run. It'll probably give us like a short tutorial, and then maybe we'll get in a run, or the first run is the tutorial. I don't know exactly how it's laid out, but we'll figure it out and we'll kind of explain how it works along the way. But essentially, we got a fire, which is like our base, and we got to defend it with towers, and you can see there's like Tetris-like blocks, and you can kind of build a maze around your base to protect it from the monsters, and then you put like towers on top of the blocks to kill the monsters. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. I think we'll start with normal mode. I don't see any good reason not to. So you can see that there's 4 different kind of like biomes with different challenges. I saw someone play this one, the ice one. Other than that, I think it should be pretty straightforward, especially the first one. The other ones might have more interesting challenges, but I thought you were also supposed to pick a character. Maybe we're not that far yet. Or maybe we do it in the village. I'm not really sure how all that works. Oh, here's the characters. We only got the one dude. Build 500 blocks. Complete a game without taking damage? Open more than 50 chests. Clear this on heroic difficulty? Build 80 or more towers larger than 1 by 1. Okay, that's just kind of like happens over time. Spend a bunch of gold. This character's in the future. Clear Sealed Citadel, which I think is the last biome. And then Scrap Master. Doesn't have an unlock condition. So I guess we're this guy. Novice Engineer, fresh out of the academy. Your fire gains 5 extra HP. Oh, we could switch flame? I assume we don't have any? Correct, we don't have any. Wait. Oh. It seems like this one's gonna be really easy to kill, but... Alright, so what else matters here? I don't know why we have a whole bunch of blank cards at the moment. I assume that eventually... Maybe that's like our towers? Here's, I think, the meta progression. But we don't have any light bulbs, which I guess are called experience. Increase preparation time. Interesting. And then compendium. We got nothing at the moment. So let's just get into this academy. Okay, so this is where we like choose a starting deck and starting towers. Now, obviously, I don't know exactly what all these things do. So we'll probably have to give it a quick read through, but you can see that your deck is the blocks. And you don't always have access to all of your decks. You gotta draw the cards, which means you won't always have the exact perfect piece you need, which is kind of more of the roguelike aspect, where you gotta deal with challenges without always knowing that you're gonna have the solution, right? Like, even if you put a solution in your build, you might not have access to it at the moment, or you might have to use your resources to make sure that you can get access to it. So there's the blocks. They don't seem to have any descriptors on them. But you can pretty much tell what they're going to do. And now we got towers. This one does poison. How does poison work? Damage accumulates on monsters and inflicts damage over time until all poison damage is consumed. Damage for each tick increases with the total accumulated damage. And then, also, I am kind of familiar with the fact that each tower has different types of upgrades. You can see upgrade 1 and upgrade 2. I don't know if you're choosing between them or if you could do both of them. Specifics like that, I don't actually know. And then you can see that the towers cost gold. So we are going to want to make sure that we have like some early towers we could put and then maybe some later towers we could put as we earn more gold. So we got a basic poisoning. We got a cannon. Explosive damage, so it's going to do a little bit of area. And it shoots slower, but has a higher range. And it's also area, does more damage. Then we got a flamethrower. Continuously spews flames. So this might only shoot in a straight line. I definitely know that that's a thing where you have towers that don't necessarily aim. They just kind of shoot. So here we got a basic tower. This one shoots faster than the dart poison tower. Does less damage, but it has a higher range. Got a lightning tower. This hits 4 targets, seems to chain between them. I do love chain things in these kind of games. Then we got a frost tower. Does area damage. It says chill and slow. So I assume this inflicts chill, even though it doesn't say it because it slows them down. And chill slows them down. So this seems like a pretty good set. I guess we should also pay attention to the blocks. My, I guess, initial opinion on good blocks is going to be long ones are really good. And squares might be pretty good. And the one block is probably pretty good. So let's look at the next one here. We got a fire tower. Fires really fast. Throws a burning torch, has a 30% chance to bounce to another enemy, can trigger multiple times. That seems pretty good, actually. And you can increase the chance. And then we got a drone. Also, are all these towers the same size? I feel like it's supposed to be telling me what size these towers are, because I know not all towers are 1x1s. But I don't see any indicators that any of these are not 1x1s, so I don't know. Drone tower automatically tracks and continuously attacks enemies within its range until they leave. It does electric. So here we can actually get 2 elements. This gave ice and electric. This gave poison and fire. Here we got fire and electric, and then another electric. Also, I didn't read electric damage accumulates charge on the target based on the damage dealt. Once fully charged, it causes a stun effect. That seems really good, especially if we have multiple electric things. Detection range. I'm kind of curious how this drone works. I haven't seen anything like this in the game. Like, I've seen people use towers that sit there, but then the drone immediately intrigues me because it doesn't appear to just sit there. It appears to, like, maybe have a home base and it flies around within the radius of this home base thing. I'm kind of really tempted to take this one. I'm intrigued by the drone. The torch tower seems like a good basic tower, and I really like the idea of the lightning tower. So yeah, we're going to take this. And then what the heck's going on up here? These are like modifiers. In each level, the first time your fire source takes damage, freeze all. Okay, so fire source is the like campfire, like our base. When your tower has no adjacent towers, its attack range is increased. That's interesting. We might want to use that, but it means like we have to spread out our towers a little bit. Building a tower that costs more than 15... Okay. I don't know if that counts equal to, because if we pick this, half of our towers are going to be 15. But we could obviously get more towers, but not at the moment. Gold will create scrap towers within a 5x5 area. The tower's sell price is reduced. Okay, that doesn't really seem that good. I don't know how good a scrap tower is. It's affordable, easy to use, but only has 30 ammo. That seems not that great. Burn duration is increased by 100%, but burn consumes 1 stack of chill. That seems pretty good. Start of each round, tower prices changes randomly. I don't like roulette abilities. Obviously, you can make sure you're using them to your advantage, but if you all of a sudden have a bad turn and you need to be putting stuff down that is costing you extra, it can really mess you up. So I think the telescope and the magma gem are the best. I would assume the drone is affected by this rusty telescope. But this is just duration. This is not damage. So I think I'm going to go with the telescope. If, assuming we could pick both, I don't really know. I'm going to pick this first. And then, okay, then it gives us these. So it's nice. It shows you, I assume these upgrades are all randomized and the decks are all randomized. So it shows you what your possible upgrades are going to be as well as the deck. If I didn't like this, is there any way for me to go back? No, I don't think so. I think once you've locked in, you've locked in. Okay, so here we can see that these are for towers, and then here's our thingamajiggles. Gambler's token. Choosing new towers or relics, you can use Gambler's token to re-roll. Okay. These are used at the shop, and these are for the talents. Alright, so we got 3 choices. So it seems like all of them give a tower. I guess we should probably make sure we're looking ahead. And they give different types of blocks. Like I said, long blocks, probably pretty good. Unfortunately, there's no way to go for a long block. These 2s seem really good. I think like 2s are probably a little bit better than 1s, even though 1s could be nice. I don't know what this is corrupted. It has like a crown. Oh, a relic. Crown appears to be relic. We would like to do that. And then also quests. These scrolls are quests, so we might want to try and get quests done if we can. This one seems like the best if we can go here. How do we go there efficiently? Oh, that's really nice. When you hover over it, it tells you like the possible paths that can get you there. So we could really do anything for the first one as long as we go here for the second one and then whatever the workshop is. Maybe this is good enough and then we go here, here, here. Oh, but we still need to start somewhere. We either need to go here, here. Let's take this one. Build a maze. The enemies are coming. Drag the wall onto the field to control the path of the monsters. During the building phase, walls can be recalled by pressing and holding. However, once battle begins, they become locked. Okay. So they've kind of, I guess for the early levels, they've kind of already built like a decent maze for us to start. Now you can see that, what is all the way over here? So these portals appear to be where the enemies are coming from, and then probably you could learn about the enemies here as well. I assume that the gray lines are portals where there's no enemies coming right now, and the red line is where the enemies are coming from for this wave. And they'll probably come more than one in the future. But so I think the best strategy is probably to find a point where they all meet, or like make it so your maze is affecting as many different portals as possible, right? Like you don't want a portal that just subverts your maze. So I wouldn't want to build a whole maze up here and then have this portal just walk right past it. That seems like a bad idea. Are these one by one? They are. Okay, and then I don't know why I would want to rotate them, but apparently that's an option. Oops, I keep rotating everything. I try and right click to cancel it. Oh, you can middle click to cancel it. I see, I see. So, we have one of our long block. Thinking we do it like this. Oh, hold up. What's the other block that we have? This block makes it really awkward. Obviously, we're not allowed to block the path. That's illegal. I just noticed that when you're building, the entire screen has like the dotted like building plan lines around it, which is kind of neat. That's actually not that bad to just like force everyone to zigzag right there. Make use of this oddly shaped block in a good way. Because it's going to be hard to use this block and then get them, like you want to get them to go back and forth, right? Once you use this block, it's kind of hard to make them go back and forth. So I think I'll do that. And then I just want to make sure, long press to recall. I want to make sure we know what we're doing. And then I'm kind of liking... Problem with doing this is if we build too much of a maze, they'll just go under it. Yeah, like if you do that, they just go past it. I think let's do that. And then so we want to make sure we have no adjacent towers. So I'm assuming that the blue is the base range and the green is the expanded range of the Doohickamajigler. The telescope. So if we don't take the middle slot here, that means that we could do boom boom, and neither of those would be adjacent to each other. So let's put a tower there. And then how exactly do you work? Why does he have a green still? Hold on. We could sell him for the same price. I want to check something. So when we place him... Okay, it did a bigger circle. So obviously his range is higher. Yeah, he has a buffed range here. Fire rate... Okay, so it costs a lot of gold to do these upgrades, more than the tower itself costs. And I don't know if these are mutually exclusive or not. Oh, and then I just remembered this part where you can tell the tower what to target. I think for now, most progress is probably the best. Just means that the person who's closest to the fire, essentially. And then... thinking this is pretty good. I don't know what the point of rotating this tower is, but... I want this to hit people early because it's going to light them on fire, right? And it's also going to bounce to further back people. And I do think after, like, the first wave, as far as I know, you have, like, as much time as you want to build. But after that, they do put you on a clock. in between the rounds. So we want to make sure that we kind of have a plan after the first wave, and then we just like execute on that plan in subsequent waves. But I think I'm probably going to leave it with just these 2 towers. I think we should be able to do it. And that way we could save a little bit of gold. Maybe get a lightning tower next time. And we could also use gold to draw more of our blocks. I assume that once a block is used, it can immediately be redrawn again. But maybe you can't draw 2 of them at the same time. Oh, and we can also just press spacebar to start it, so... Is it going? Oh, you gotta hold it. Oh, and we got, like, speeds here. So that's, like, slow down. That's normal speed. That's speed up. That's super fast. Okay. That was easy. They didn't even make it into our maze yet. So, on the clear bonus, you get gold, and then you draw 3 cards. I don't know what these are or how we get them. Oh, we got damage meters. We can see who did how much. Oh, you can also draw paths. Okay, cool, cool. So, how do we make this better now? We're kind of in an awkward spot where that block doesn't do it. That block also doesn't work. We need another one of the long ones to get them to go back downwards. But if we do that, then it becomes impossible. So maybe we want to do that? What else could we do? We do it like that, then they're all going through that single... Oh, wait, okay, we got the timer. I gotta pay attention. I don't really know what I want. I think I forced them all to go through there. And then we probably want like a lightning tower to get going here. Maybe go here? That should hit a lot of stuff. Okay, and then that... what can we do here? Do that. Kind of push everyone that way. I don't know exactly. I know you can build during the combat phase. I maybe should have built more towers. I guess we can still build more towers. Let's see how it goes first. Okay, they're definitely making some progress, but they're definitely not gonna win, right? Okay, so now we got our long blocks, and now we can do this. We don't really have any way to use this space here. We'd need exactly just a 2x1. It's unfortunate. So maybe we start using this space up here. And then we need some towers. Another one of these. I should probably look at upgrading. Maybe this guy. So what happens after I do that? Okay, he's upgraded. I can't do the other upgrade. Gotcha. And once a tower has been down, its sell price goes down as well. Okay, okay. This hits a lot of our maze. What are the upgrades for you? Multi-target, damage and fire rate. I think this front one, we kind of want to give it that. Okay, let's see how that is. And we can see what turrets are doing the most. Actually, the lightning tower was doing the most, huh? What's this yellow bar? Well, we didn't get to see what the yellow bar was. Maybe that's the stun bar from the electricity? That would make sense. Okay, so now the drone towers are doing the most, but to be fair, our second lightning tower didn't really get to participate at all. So that's not quite gonna work. That's probably the best we can do. And then we can do that, kind of force them back up. And if we get another L, we can put it there. Force them all the way back up here. But otherwise, I guess we're just... Can we build on the trees? Yeah, I guess we can. So now we can force everyone to kind of come back downwards. So you can't do another upgrade. I think we just need to upgrade the towers a little bit now. I think we're not really getting overwhelmed by number of enemies, so... I'm kind of splitting what upgrades I have. I think that should be good. I can't imagine that we actually lose. But maybe I should be adding more stuff anyways. So I could add 2 turrets. Okay, let's leave it at that. I mean, it is just the first level. Like, what are the odds that we actually are fearful of anything? I like the little torches. They, like, actually look like torches. Yeah, like, we have all this whole complicated maze back here. Most of the people can't even shoot at the maze if anyone got there. But it's like no one's even making it past like this spot, so... And the torch towers are doing the most, but we do have the most torch towers. So let's go ahead and do that. Even though it's probably never going to matter. And then we'll just build this out as much as possible. What do I want to do? Kind of make these guys up there go all the way around. And maybe even like put it back on this way so these guys have to travel extra distance and they all have to run past the torch towers. And then why don't we get an early lightning tower in here then? Since everything seems to be going so well. I feel like this one's just better, even though multi-target is cool. The more damage and the fire rate kind of adds multi-target, right? You think about it? How does the fire rate work? Okay, so it doesn't give it plus 50%. It multiplies it by 50%. Or like 1.5. Makes sense. I just wanted to see what we were dealing with. And then, yeah, I don't know, another drone guy here who kind of like gets out there and attacks people early on seems pretty decent. Give him even more range and stuff. I don't know what the green circle means. I'm not understanding the detection range compared to the blue circle. I don't really get it. I don't know if there's a benefit to me saving money. This is already the final wave, so maybe I should have just built stuff. But we'll see how it's going. Okay, there's like a boss dude. Okay, people are actually making it further now. I think I'm gonna build more stuff. Probably wasn't necessary, but... Alright, we got some light bulbs. Okay, runes. Attach runes to block cards to gain special bonuses. Blocks with runes can create buff tiles after being built or provide other additional effects. The more squares a block has, the more runes it can have. So I assume a rune just takes up 1 square then. So we got this little Tetris piece here. Build scrap tower. I assume this just applies to the whole block up until 5 spaces. Draw a card after placing this block, but the block is immediately locked. Card is always in your hand. That's nice, but I don't really like this piece. Attack boost. 50% increased damage. Creates a lightning boost. Ooh, that would be really good for one of the drone towers, probably. Creates a gold boost tile. Towers on it gain extra coins when it kills a monster. Interesting. I think we're gonna go for damage, but this is like an economy play. It's just, it seems like it's gonna be really hard to guarantee which tower is actually picking up the kills, right? Unless you like make it so certain towers only attack high health stuff, and then that tower only attacks low health stuff. I think it's just gonna be easier to use that. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, where you have towers that are bigger than 1 by 1. So these are 3 by 3, but it's like, it's not a real 3 by 3 because it's a cross, right? So what do we got here? Bomb tower throws bombs, explode after a short delay. I don't like that. What if they miss? Bombs can trigger each other. I can't tell how good I'd have to see it in action, probably. Fires missiles with deadly poison, causing poison damage to enemies within a large area. If the enemy target's accumulated poison exceeds its health, it will be killed instantly. That's interesting, because it's a lot. And it has a very high range. And then we got the Frost Tower, which we've seen before. Which Frost Tower would probably synergize with our stuff pretty well, but I think I'm going to go Decimate Tower. Because if we set this thing up like in the back where it can see the whole maze, I think it's going to do a lot. The problem is we got to create a cross for it to sit on, right? Talents. Use experience points to gain from adventures to learn various talents. Talents are permanent upgrades that persist through each run. Talents can be reset at any time, refunding all spent experience points. I always love when you can reset the whole thing, but I also feel like they need to be able to reset like single things. Like, say I pick this upgrade and I'm like, I don't like this upgrade. Can I reset just this one? It doesn't appear to be an option. So now we just have 10 seconds more of prep time. It does seem like you have to travel in a path. If no damage is taken from monsters in a level, you gain extra experience. Oh, I probably want to go into that because that gives us more of these, right? You will have more gamblers tokens and starting gold. So I'm probably going to be looking for just maxing out fast learner as quickly as possible. So where did we decide we want to go? We want to go up, then down, down, cross. Alright, so maybe we could go a little bit faster. I think it's going to be a different map, too. So we aren't just going to be ready. Ooh, now we're introducing buff tiles. Tiles full of energy will enhance various attributes of the tower when built upon them. The effect of the enhancement varies with the size of the tower. For example, a 2x2 size tower will only receive a quarter of the effect. Okay, that makes sense. But you could probably on a 2x2 tower, you could put up to 4 effects on it, right? So the arrows are range. They're damage. I'm kind of curious how that works with a different buff. Like, this already has a buff. What happens? I assume they seem to overwrite each other. I kind of want to try it. Because now would be the time to try it, right? So where do we got stuff coming from? It seems like out both of these gates. So we probably don't even want to build up there. Ideally, because they both meet here, an initial maze start there might be good. But what you would love to do is somehow get them to both have to meet like up here instead and then do a maze through here. But that's really hard without the right blocks, right? What is up? What's this box? You could build stuff on the box. Also, in case you're curious, like, you can't just build towers on the ground. They have to be on something. And it, like, these things are just environment. That doesn't count, but the box does count as... It's tough because you want, like, this thing, but it'd be better if we could get them to go like this. Okay, I'm gonna... It feels so bad if this doesn't actually work, right? I think it's not gonna work, because it doesn't look like it's gonna work. But I want to learn right now. Okay, so it does get rid of it. That's what it looked like it was gonna do. So... huge drone range. And then get us like an early torch tower here. Am I not allowed to do this upgrade? Like, I have enough money. Why is it grayed out? This one's not grayed out. Oh, I don't know why it was red. I said grayed out, but it was just red. I think I just do this, or do I buff this thing? Because this thing's already got crazy range now. Let's buff this thing. We should be good to go. So we're gonna want him to probably go around this box as well. Ooh, these guys are kind of tanky. But there was maybe only one big spider. So, if we do this, we get him to go around that box, like I said. And then if we do this, we get him to go up and back up that way, and we can put a turret on here with the damage buff then. Don't have enough money to get this Decimate Tower ready yet. What about this thing? This thing can't really reach outside, so I don't think this is the play. I really like the drones. They're kind of cool. Okay, what do we want to do here? I can't get this range because this block is such a weird shape. We obviously would want them to go all the way back over this way. So I think that's what I'm going to work on. I could draw a card, but... Okay, let's do another one of you. And then you have a lot of damage. Let's get you even more damage. You're already upgraded. I kind of want like another good spot to put stuff on. Let's do this. This kind of hits the whole line. We might even be overbuilt a little bit. I just don't really have any idea how strong waves are going to be. Speed it up a little bit. Also, the thing that I noticed when playing this game, or when watching this game for the first time, is this is one of those games where when you watch someone else do it, you immediately see like ways that you could do it better, and it makes you really want to play the game. Because you're like, I could have done that better, here's how. And I just find that really funny. Is there any way for me to do this? Don't think so. This is pretty good, though. If I just do this and then block off that square, it really forces them to run a gauntlet. And we can do... There's a lot of different things we could do to hit that. I think ideally we leave all that space open down there, just so if I wanted to, I can make them go all the way around. Now, we do have the long block. This is a pretty good use. Well, it's kind of average. It saves us, like, a diagonal. And makes them go up by 1. We are kind of running out of time. I think I will do that. It's maybe a little bit awkward, but it benefits us. Now, can we make use of this thing? I don't... I'm missing one slot right there, huh? Oh, we could build it here, though. Is this the best place for it? Well, let's try it out. Probably not the best place, but... What are the upgrades for this thing? Extra damage, and then the explosion could leave a poison cloud. Ooh, a treasure chest. We'll save that till the end so we can watch what's happening. Two treasure chests. Alright, let's pick these up. Does it still tick? Okay, it doesn't seem to tick your time while you're looking at these. So they give you money, and I assume these cards are temporary. They just add them to your hand right now. But they can also have buffs. Explode. Ooh, temporary buffs for towers is interesting. I assume it doesn't overwrite the element because it says additional. I kind of just want this for the 2-block. And let's look at this other chest. Fire towers. We do have fire towers. This is interesting because it'll make 5 scrap towers and have an attack boost. Let's take this one. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff now, huh? Start by using this. Okay, the attack boost is all the way over there. But I can't really use it that well. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then maybe we could do that. Now we're really forcing them to work for it. There's no good way to do that. We could do like this. Also do that. Alright. Wanted to put a fire tower on here. And then we really don't even have a lightning tower doing anything. Is that much range? That's kind of crazy, huh? That's interesting. And then part of me like wants to put this all the way at the end here. But maybe that's a little bit overkill. We probably don't even need that. Okay, so we probably want to upgrade towers. These can't be upgraded. That's upgraded. Oh, I should have upgraded this guy, but I used all my money now. Okay, so we do have this. Lasts for 25 seconds, and it makes it deal some poison. So all these scrap towers are probably going to run out of ammo. So they're just temporary. Oh, it explodes into more spiders. Okay, so how do we want to improve? Like, should I keep building the maze around here, or should I build it around the fire, maybe? So, like, force them to walk back at these towers. So we probably want to focus on our upgrades. Maybe you, because you already have extra damage. Maybe you bounce more. And then have like an early lightning tower here. Give you fire rate. Are you upgraded? No. Oh, and I forgot to upgrade you again. What do we want for this one anyways, before I start the wave? The hit monster. It's gotta be the explosive cloud, right? That seems way better. Big guy's not dying very quickly. Oh yeah, there's also the big guys have attacks that like disable your towers temporarily. We did get a treasure chest. Let's see what we got here. Extra fireball. Interesting. Here we can get 2 small ones. 2 small ones seems like way too good. Well, we can't block it, but... Okay, so that's gonna make them go as far as possible around. I mean, we could, like, extend it this way, I guess, but... Probably not gonna be necessary. Is there anything we can do with these small ones in here? Like, we could do this. Make that path just a little bit longer. Oh, dang it. I was hoping I could filter them both at the same time. Alright, let's get you with the poison cloud now. And then we don't have any other buff tiles that I can use effectively yet. We might just want a lot of lightning at the entrance to just stun people repeatedly. Oh, you could hold shift to place more than one. Then we'll just buff a lot of them. I didn't have enough to do them all, but... Okay, final wave. Okay, now we're actually getting, like, stuns in. Now we got the cloud of poison. I don't know what happens if they drop a chest on the last wave, if I want to pick it up, or if I can let it sit and it auto-picks up. So I might just click them, because there is that challenge for picking up chests. And there doesn't appear to be any chests, though. So the weird thing about this game is you don't have that much time to get as invested in your build, right? Like, the maze you built only has to last until the waves are over, and then you go restart, which adds to the challenge, but it also means, like, you just have to do good enough. You don't have to make a perfect maze every time. Okay, we don't have any poison. That's interesting. What is this? Okay, we haven't even seen Arcane yet. Drawing an extra card might be what I want, because right now we have a limited number of cards that we can place. Mostly because I haven't been spending it to draw new cards. Alright, what do we got going on here? A Boulder Tower. Briefly Stunning. High range, low fire rate. Lasso Tower. It's electric, uses powerful electricity to tether a monster, slowing it and dealing damage per second. When the monster leaves, the tether is broken. The broken tether explodes, dealing 50% of the accumulated damage to nearby enemies. I have no idea if that's good or not. A powerful mystery statue which attracts gold. Monsters that die within its range granted. Okay, I feel like I want to go with this one because it sounds interesting. And we just want to make stuff die in that range then. Okay, so we were going this way. Oh, I don't think we had enough experience points to get a new talent. Okay, so now it's more open-ended already. This is where you might want to use the draw path thing. You can go like this, draw path, and then... What do I want to do? We want them all to go the same way, obviously. I just can't decide which one's a better entrance. Right, there's more... Actually, there's a lot of portals. But we kind of want to like close up all these entrances if possible and force them all to come from maybe this and then force them to go all the way around. I want to place this one first because it'll let us draw another card. This lets us hit that. I'm not seeing a good maze here yet, especially with the blocks that we have. I really wish we had the 4 block. Because, like, no matter how you slice it, someone's gonna have a fast track to the end. But if whoever has the fast track, you block their path, force them to go down a different path. Oh, what the heck? There's a path down here, too? I think I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna block that. Oh, but everyone's then going around for this. I can't let anyone go around. We'll have to block this with something else. Okay, so we can't really use the 2x2 right now. Question is, do I upgrade that guy? I think I might. Okay, you can build on this stuff as well. Okay, let's see how that does. Oh, I kind of forgot that only the red line matters. Alright, so now we can do that. And if we can use this electric to our advantage... That range is pretty small, huh? So I think we're gonna boost this drone and then probably upgrade him. Maybe we'll just upgrade this drone as well. Oh, don't have the money for that. I feel like we might be able to make it with this. Because I really would rather put someone... I guess we can't use that block because I already have someone here. Let's do this so it'll catch people a little bit early. Okie dokie. So, how do we want to do this? Probably just make everyone walk this line and then maybe walk back. I don't have a good way to make use of this gold tower. I'm gonna grab you, give him extra fire rate, and that kind of uses all of our money. This tower's position now sucks, huh? I put him forward, but now... It's not that bad. But it could be better, because he can't even hit this corner. No one's even get past this lightning tower yet. I don't know what to do about this. Yeah, the lightning tower, that's the first turn we had the lightning tower with the damage buff. He just soloed the wave. Didn't even need any help. So, can we get them all to go that way? Like so. And then I might even block off this, force them to go there. And then if we have the money tower... And now this tower becomes useful again. So what are your upgrades? Selling price of it goes up. I don't think I want that second thing. Let's get you burning people. You're already upgraded. I don't know. It's almost better to just put stuff up here. I don't even think we need anything. Do you do anything besides give gold? You just have a range. You don't shoot or do anything, huh? Interesting. I think we're good to go. We could make a spot for our Decimate Tower, maybe with this buff here. Right now, everyone is dying in range of this gold tower. Uh-oh, they're getting out of it. Well, they gave us a lot of extra gold, though. Is there any way to tell how much gold he gave you? No, I don't think so. So this gives us space for the Decimate Tower. And then give us the Poison Cloud. And then if we could put a Lightning Tower on top of that thing. Maybe give this one multi-target because it already has so much damage. This is good, but it makes it so people aren't going to get to that guy as much. But let's do that. Should be good enough. Are you upgraded? You are. You are not upgraded. Let's see if you can help out a little bit more. I feel like we got a pretty solid thing going on here. Should I buff its sell price? If I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it now, right? Oh wow, the lightning's chaining a whole bunch. Most people are still making it into the range of this guy, though. Like, his sell price is up. He costs 50 and we upgraded him for 60, so we now have $1 worth of profit. And you're only getting... You have the attack boost, but it's taking up not very much, like 1/5 of you, huh? Ooh, can't place that. Dang. We could maybe plug it with this. Ooh, and then we got another one of the draw a card. Just force them down a path as much as possible, but either way, I think we're in a good spot. Do I want to build towers away from here? I guess the gold doesn't matter that much anymore, because this is gonna be the end. All about the drone towers for this round, or not the drone towers, the lightning towers. But that's because I kind of made it that way. We just made like a whole new kill box right here. Maybe I would have you prioritize as, like, highest HP. Oh, I slowed it down. Okay, so now we gotta remember to actually spend our experience points, but what the heck? We got like a piranha plant tower. It immediately deals heavy poison damage and injects venom that deals additional damage equal to 20% of the target's current health. Seems pretty good. Pours lava onto the floor. That's interesting. Wait, you're a 1x1? I'm taking this for sure. Okay, so let's spend our talent on this. Oh, right, you gotta hold it. Next one's really expensive, but I might still just go for that one. Items in the shop will be discounted. Ooh, restore health is good if you're actually taking damage, which so far we are not. Okay, so this would actually benefit you for having gold at the end. I like how they say gold from selling towers doesn't count because the game knows that everyone would just sell all of your towers at the very end. I'm glad that I hate when things like that are viable because then it essentially forces you to do them, so I'd rather just have them be removed. Anyways, we're gonna go to the workshop and then we'll probably pause there before we do this corrupted battle. It looks like we're like a good halfway through the run. So let's see what a workshop is. Modify a block card to alter its shape. Remove a block card. Add runes. Okay. How does this work? Can I modify this one? Wait, I don't understand. Why does this cost less than... Oh, because this is bigger. Eh. So this side... Well, there's also... This is a little confusing. Corner piece seems pretty good, but more of these seems really good. And the 5 would also be cool, but it's harder to fit the 5 in places, probably. I don't know, give me the 5, actually. Can we do that more? Can we make this piece better? Into, like, just a corner lightning? Because we don't want everything to be lines. And then maybe... Is there anything we want to get rid of? Any piece that just, like, really... Like, this one kind of sucks. Get you out of here. And then maybe we'll engrave something. You can't engrave the 2 block? Attack speed. I do like the range. Damage is good. What does this do? And does not malfunction due to monster or environment hazards. But also gets attack power? That's interesting. I think we either want range or speed. I'm gonna go with speed. Alright, we spent like all of our stuff. I don't know if there's a reason to save the Ember Stones, but at least we'll use them now. You can maybe use Ember Stones here, but we're not gonna make it there. And you can use Ember Stones here to get health or enhancements. I suppose we'll figure out what that is. But yeah, I think we're gonna take a break here, kind of cut it. Because we're about halfway through the run. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it so far. It's pretty much exactly what I expected and what I knew it would be, but I think it's a very fun game, and especially now that it's on sale and it has a good amount of content with like at least the 4 biomes and multiple difficulties and a whole bunch of towers and talents and stuff for you to level up. I think it's definitely worth a pickup now, but you could also wait in the future and see where they go. I just think it's in a pretty good spot right now as is. But anyways, that's gonna do for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will finish up this run in the next one.